to Beauty Pioneers. How is everybody doing today? I was actually, believe it or not, and I know Dawn will be in here shortly, but I was actually in, I had set up a whole show for us. I was really excited about, and it's called Our Protective Hairstyles Really Protect. And it was just really going into, which we're still going to do the show, but I had all these videos lined up and everything to go into and to talk about um, why we need to understand that when we're doing these shows or when um, we're talking about CCCA, it's so real. And so I wanted you guys to see the videos and to see like CCCA is traction alopecia is not something that is just all of a sudden you're bald. It's like you're repetitive doing something until the point where it gets to that point, right? So, for instance, I'm a hairstylist, right? One of the is depending on where you are. The salon that I worked in, it was a very diverse salon, so I had to do a lot of roller blow drying, right? So a lot of Hispanic, a lot of Caucasian women, and Black women as well, right? But when my wrist is constantly, moving because you got to turn the brush, you got to turn it to get that curl and everything else like that. Right here, you can't see it anymore because it's gone. But right there, I used to have like this like cyst, and I was just like, oh my god, I got this cyst on here, and it would pop. And finally, I went to the doctor, and then he would say, he took a needle and he pulled all of the liquid because it was just a buildup from, he said, from me overworking this hand. And so I was like, well, what can I do? He said, one thing I can tell you, if you keep coming to me and I keep putting this shot in your arm, it's going to break down your bones in that arm, right? And he said, so you got to figure out something to do, which of course it led to me. Those were one of the reasons it led to me not staying in the salon long afterwards. I literally left the salon. I still did hair, so I can't really say that. All the way up until 2017, where I was like in hair salons and doing the work. Now I do it from home, or I may travel to that person if it's like a wedding or something like that. I'll do that. And but the minute I stopped doing that for a long time, my hand healed. So it's the same thing like your hair. Like I see these not cosmetologists, but these women that are coming on, hairstylists are saying, well, I got long hair, and they showing you their hair and everything else like that. But that's not the average client. And so I need us to understand the severity of us doing what we're doing, and we're going to go into a little bit deeper. I just wish I had my videos. Now, ask a licensed cosmetologist. On Monday, I'm going to have videos, and the videos are going to, you're going to see the videos and you're going to see me talking, which is good. But for whatever reason, I couldn't get it connected to Beauty Pioneers, which you already know I already have problems with Beauty Pioneers as a whole as well. I just added Don. What happened? What happened? So that is that reason right there. Let me see if Don come back on. That's weird. So anyway, I'm going to talk about it. So right now I'm going to go ahead and read to you guys the statistics of things. And I think I'm going to start doing it more and more, reading to you guys and making you understand, because we're not talking just for our health. We're talking about, the whole point for me is, for me and my desire, it's a few things that pushed me to this point where I do these videos and things like that. One of the things is that I was a part of a church where I saw beautiful women, right, that were told that they already had other issues going on, having children, life, working, all these different things. And the one thing that they needed to do to make themselves feel good was to beautify themselves, right? Um, I might do a video on it, but what I saw a lot was women that were hold on, let me see. I saw a lot of women that were oppressed in just their daily life. Hi, Zoe. Just their daily life, right? I saw a lot of that, and they wanted to beautify themselves, or they just didn't have the tools to beautify themselves. And it was kind of like a Pentecostal church, but on a whole nother level. And so it got to a point where women started doing a little something for themselves, and they shut that down. So my goal is just in life, we already deal with a lot of things going on. We have to learn to take care of ourselves. We have to uh what is the word, we have to, for ourselves and the generations to come, to teach them our natural beautiful looks, and what's the other word, and to the only way we'll be able to receive love from others is if we first learn to love ourselves. We can't give love and we can't receive love until we learn to love ourselves. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it real quick. So centrifugal, or I can't say that word, CCCCA, right, is the most common form of scarring alopecia in Black women, with recent studies reporting an estimated prevalence of 2.7% to 5.6% in this demographic. Some estimates suggest it may affect up to 15% of Black women. That may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot. But the precise general population number is unknown, right? And you know why it's unknown, because a lot of us don't go to dermatologists, we don't go to our trichologists, we don't try to see what's wrong. I recently was talking to a young lady, um, and she has beautiful hair. And you could tell that she was dealing with some thinning. And the first thing she said was, I'm going to find an aesthetic, some hair to cover it up. And I said, before you do that, invest in going to see a doctor like you do when you're having babies. It needs to be like second nature to us, that when you see those things, when you see it thinning, do something now, because it may be a chance, and most likely it's a high rate that you can restore it. But if you continue to pull on a little bit of hair that you do have and you don't change that, guess what happens? You're going to lose that, and it's going to become permanent. So it's very, very important for us ladies, for us to understand that CCCA for us is a major, major issue. And I'm going to talk about something, you may not like it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Okay. So, prevalence studies in the US have reported prevalence rates ranging from 5.6 in one study of 529 African American women to approximately 28% in a smaller study. That's heavy. With generally cited figures, is that Don? I think that's Don coming on now. With generally cited figures falling between 2 point.
Now,
Hey,
now I can't
Don.
hear her. I can't hear
Oh,
you.
you
I
can't
can't.
hear me?
I can't hear you.
Huh?
Wow. I can't hear
I
you.
know, I see you. I hear you saying you can't hear me, but I can hear you.
Oh my goodness, I can't see.
I can
You
hear
can hear
you.
me?
Yes.
Wow, I can't hear you at all.
Yeah. I
My
don't know
phone
what
is
that
up.
is. Yeah.
It took like forever.
Can you hear me now? Turn the volume
Um.
up.
Oh my God, this is just.
Damn, one has been great. Anyway, let me keep going, y'all. So
Good night.
28%, right? Can you hear me now? With generally
Barely.
cited. Can you hear me now, Don?
No.
Let me see. They're what's called like Professor Picker laughing child, but yeah, they can hear me. Oh, she going off. Anyway, affected population. The condition primarily affects middle-aged Black women, typically between the age of 30 to 55. Now that's that, but I'm gonna be honest, it's affecting our younger generation as well. So that is on the horizon. I might make that one of the videos, since I couldn't show the videos here on this on YouTube. Symptoms: hair loss typically begins in the center crown of the scalp and progress outwards. So here, the crown, and then it comes all the way out, and then those edges. That's major. While some women experience symptoms like burning, itching, or tenderness, right? Many cases are asymptomatic in the early stages, which can lead to late diagnosis and permanent hair loss. Didn't I just tell you guys that? So, associated conditions: type 2 diabetes, uterine fibroids, breast cancer, genetics. A genetic predisposition is suggested. Um, Hold on, let me let Dawn in. It's suggested with a gene variant, right? So can you hear us now? Can you hear me now? I can't hear you. I can't, I can't hear you. Boy, they don't want us to be great. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't. I can't hear you. Now I'm doing. Is that sign language, y'all? Child, they don't want it. They don't want it. Type 2 diabetes. Women with biopsy proven CCCA may have an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Did y'all know that? Hey there, Coach Lee and Don. Are y'all using Zoom? No, I'm using YouTube. I don't know why she can't. Don, can you? We can't hear you. Can y'all hear Don, or is it just me? You can't hear me either? Oh, shoot. They don't want me. Wow. What is going on? I can hear you. Okay, you can hear me only. They can. You see that? They can't hear you. I don't know. Hey, Keisha. Oh Lord, we got our comedian on the thing. Y'all, I had a whole thing ready. Yeah, we can't hear Dawn. I'm glad you put it in there so she could read it. They can't hear you. Yeah. So, okay, so breast cancer, a potential association with breast cancer has also been noted in some studies, particularly triple negative breast cancer. Hi, Shelly or Shelly. Uh-huh. And uterine fibroids and increased likelihood of having uterine, I don't even know that word, which is fibroids, has been observed as well. Dawn, is your audio on? Keisha said, is your audio on? Don't look like your audio is on. But you do look cute though. Dawn all pinkish and red, child. So one of the things I gotta keep rolling till Dawn don't log out and come back in, Dawn. I don't know. Log out and come back. They don't want us to be great. Dawn gonna do the sign language. Don't be doing no gang language, gang signs. She is cute, yeah, child. So I was looking at. I tell you, I had so many videos. I'm so like irritated right now because the way I have it set up now, we can stream. We can be on TikTok. We can be on all these different channels. But I got to figure it out. I think I got to get. I'm not that tech savvy, but I'm getting there. I'm gonna figure it out because we got to get out. We got to get this information and the education out to many of our sisters. And so that's one of the reasons I told you that fueled me. The other thing is that when I went into other salons, I didn't just work in black salons, and I went into other salons. Their issues is not the issues that we have. And I like the guy. This guy was saying, what was the last part? A person with fibroids is more likely to have cancer or hair loss. Uterine fibroids, an increased likelihood of having uterine fibroids has been observed. They're talking about that's connected to hair loss, CCCCA. Yeah. Okay, let's y'all cross your fingers. Here go Don. Let's see if we can hear my friend. Hold on. Hi, Don. We can't hear you. Y'all can hear Don? Oh my gosh. What is that? Don, can you turn it up on the side? See if your volume is down low on the side. The volume. See if you can turn that up. Girl, look at Keisha Pope. Look at Keisha's. I don't know what to tell her to do. I have no clue. I don't know if I should log out because I don't know if that's gonna help her. Is that what it is? Y'all think it's me, my side, that I need to log out and let her log back in? That's so crazy. Don, I'm so irritated because you know I got the thing and I can add the videos and we can talk about the videos and everything. They don't want us to be great, but trust me, we coming for you. Um, the Keisha said, "Child, don't know." Keisha crying. Dom, you got to do something. Ain't nothing you can do. Don said, "I don't know what to do." Okay, so you push the side. Um, is your internet on? Your Wi-Fi is connected. I guess the only thing I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna see if I need to log out. Let me see. Girl, we don't know what you type it in the thing. I can't hear you. Yeah. So treatment challenges for CCCA. Patients with CCCA are significantly less likely, that's why they can't have the right statistics on us either. They're less likely to report improvement following treatment compared to those with other forms of scarring alopecia, highlighting the need for more effective treatments and earlier intervention. It kind of reminds me of like breast cancer, or just cancer in general. My grandma, on my dad, none of us a mastectomy. I think that's what they call it. And she said she was happy. She said the earliest detection is the best. That's how you know you're gonna live. So most of the people that I know who have came in contact with different forms of cancer, whether it's uterine cancer or whatever, they caught it at the early stage. So they did the surgeries or they did what they had to do, and they're living longer lives. It's the same way with CCCA. And I wish I had the pictures because it's one thing when I'm talking to you guys, it's another thing for you guys to be able to visually see. Most of us are visual learners. We don't understand the impact until we actually see it. And I did a video on Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist where I had to show the most dangerous hairstyles, and honey, hit dogs was hollering. Y'all hear me? They was coming after me, but I don't care. Let me tell y'all one of the things if you don't know. Lace fronts are only created for television, television, videos, things like that. That's it. For that moment, for that week. It was never created for you guys to have it for a month, 2 months. It was never created for that. It was never created for you guys for anything except hair replacement or, like I said, movies, TV, and it was something else. But the black woman has taken that product and has done so many things. Hey, Don, please. I don't know what it is. Let me see. I don't know what it is. I don't know if and log back on. I don't know. But let me finish my point that I was stating. Dom, maybe you just type into the thing. I know you can't type so much, but you can like type in, or I'm gonna finish my point and I'm gonna log out and log back in. I may have to do that and see if that helps. But what I was saying about I done lost my train of thought. So yeah, hair systems, any form of hair system, it was never created for what we see today. Well, we now the women on Housewives and they wearing their wigs and things that their lace systems, those and they have the adhesive that they're on TV. That is a costume for them, and a lot of them wearing it when they get off. But it was never created for that. So you guys have taken something and literally made it something. And yes, we are creative, but that is another form of self-destruction, because now you're purchasing hair adhesives. I saw this guy that was doing a hair system on a man, and he cut it low and everything. And the guy was like, some girl went in there and said, "Child, won't the adhesive seep into his scalp?" And I had to go in and tell her that's a a medical grade. That's a hospital grade adhesive. That's okay. That's what they use in surgeries and different things like that. But you guys wouldn't know that. You know why? Because you guys go to the corner store and you buy an adhesive, or you order online and you don't know what you're ordering and you put that on your hair. That's why a lot of you have discoloration, and a lot of the thinning is not necessarily because it's being pulled with the traction. A lot of it is the products that you're using that you have no clue what you're putting on. So those are not medical. A lot of those things you're putting on are not medical grade products on your scalp. So lace fronts, I'm gonna say it again. So that's why if you pay attention, you look at other uh race of people, they're always looking at you in a certain way because they're like, she's actually wearing that like every day. And like Dawn said, they look like helmets. Some of you guys, I'm like, that looks like a helmet. I wanted to post the lady with the mohawk who was a RN nurse with blonde and red candy apple. I don't know what that was, clown color red hair mohawk. And that lady looked like she was up in age. And she said they sent her home and she had to take that out of her head for before she could work. Absolutely. You're an RN. I don't want somebody looking like the way that lady was looking to come and touch anything on me. She doesn't make good decisions, apparently. I was watching, I like her, Sarah Fontenot, and she was interviewing the comedian Carlos, and he was saying that when a man is with when other men see a man with an unattractive woman, this sounds really bad. They see an unattractive woman, they say they're not doing business with you because you don't make good business decisions. And she was like, and I was like, wait, what? Nah, you this boss, you got this kind of money, and that's what you're dealing with. You know, that's how I feel. That's how people feel. You're doing crazy hairstyles, and you these quick weaves, and it is nothing wrong with quick weaves if you understand how to install them. But a lot of you do not. Don, I wish I could talk to you. I had a girl, I want to post her so bad. She said, I've been doing hair for a long time, and we are creatives. I said, what? We hairstylists and we are creatives. I said, now you can't make this stuff up. I waited. I watched the whole video. It wasn't long. It was like 2 minutes to wait for her to say that she was a licensed cosmetologist. But I realized she couldn't say it because she was not licensed. Again. So here we are. And she had the worst attitude. And she told you that the prices was going up and all these different things. And she was just like, y'all on here complaining because y'all want these old school hairstylists and y'all want to be in the salon. I cannot wait to post that. And these are the people that you have that you're trusting to do your hair. These are the same people that have you doing lace wigs. Like I said, it was never meant for you to wear that every day. Don, ain't nothing you could do. I really want you to talk. Oh, Don said, see if I can get Don on. I'm so sorry. Of these, some of these people need an etiquette class. No, no, Keisha, no. Some of these people need to go to school. They need to go to a real beauty cosmetology school. They don't just need etiquette. They need everything. They need everything. When I say everything, everything. And so I'm gonna log off, y'all, and I'm gonna come back in. Okay. All right. And see if I can get Don in. Hold on.